So a few days ago, I got this deck. Let me show it to you. Moonology Oracle cards. And I did a review of this one and I posted it. This one is by the same creator but a different artist, as you're getting ready to see. And a couple people who knew I had it asked me, what is the difference between this one and the OG, the first one I just showed you? And the difference immediately I noticed was that the artwork is different. The artist is different. So with the last one, I like that last one. I find it to be very educational and very functional, but I didn't really like the artwork. So I'm interested to see if the artwork is better in this one. In the last one, it wasn't bad at all, but it was boring to me. So I want to see if this one is any more interesting to me. Okay, so here's our box. It's a Hay House deck like the other one is. And I'm going to be comparing the two so you can see the differences between the two. Let's take a look at the back of the box. Let's pick it up. So if any of you are interested in reading this, you can screenshot that or pause it. You move my finger. There you go. And then you can read it to yourself. Alright, so let's get started. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you want to get your own reading done, please feel free to hit me up. I am on social media and my email, all that information is underneath this video. I will also put a link to where you can purchase this deck. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I'm sure I have an Amazon link for it. Alright guys, let's get started. So first and foremost, as always, I'm going to open it up. I took the plastic off, so I'm going to open it and I'm going to show you. See right here, it has the finger holes. I'm always looking for those finger holes. This is the inside of the box. It is a very sturdy box, as you can see. Will definitely last the test of time. Here is the bottom of the box. Okay, let's move that to the side. Give us some more room here. Here is the guidebook. Nice and hefty, as you can see. Let's open it up. So it has our meanings in here. We're going to use this a little bit later to see what the difference is between this guidebook and the other one. But I do immediately notice that the card is not there. The other one had the card, but it was in black and white. This does not have the card, but they both do offer more information and spreads. That is going to prove to be handy. Let's put that to the side for now. I'm going to take the first card and show you the backs. So these are the backs of the current card. Already, I like the artwork of the backs better. This is the original OG back. The original deck that is clearly different from this deck. So as you can see, I do like this particular, I like the new one better. And as you can see, they are roughly the exact same size. Let me put that one in front so we can make sure. But yeah, I think they're the same size. Yeah, they seem to be, yeah, the exact same height and width. Okay, so that's another thing about them. These are more matte. You can look at the front of these. They're both matte, but these have a little bit of a shine. A little bit of a shine. So similar, very similar, and they're both matte. Alright, and the cardstock is exactly the same too. Not too thick, not too thin. So they're very similar to the original deck. So what are the differences? Well, taking a look at the artwork, okay? This is the new moon in Aries. And I'm going to see if I have the new moon in Aries here. Let me see. This one has new and full, and I think they both do. And let me see. Let's compare the new moon in Aries. So this is the current one. This is the OG. So in my opinion, the artwork has gotten better. I like this artwork better. and they've taken off that border with the words on it, and now the word is just there. So it says new moon in Aries. They both say that. And it says go for it. This one said it's time to take action. So very similar meanings, but I do prefer the new ones more. All right, let's take a look at some more. So that's the first card. So if you're wondering what's the difference, the artwork is a big difference. I'm telling you, this looks a lot better. I didn't dislike the other deck. I felt as though the artwork was adequate for what it was trying to convey, but it was boring. It was very boring to me. And this artwork is more alive. It's prettier. I like the pastels. You still have the emphasis on the sky, but now you have a little bit more scenery going on. You still have the zodiac sign there, but it's over to the side, and now the moon is more so the center point. So I'm definitely feeling this. I won't compare all of them, but I will grab out a few here and there. Now this is Cancer, so let's take a comparison of Cancer. See? Not bad, very functional, but I definitely prefer that. Definitely. So no shade to the other person's artwork, because it's way better than I can do, but I do like this artwork better. So far it is very similar. The new moon and each zodiac sign, they both have that. And we're going to look at each one in case you guys want to slow it down or like screenshot it or something. One of the things I noticed is that even though the little saying is similar, it's a little bit different. Like it's been updated a little bit. But it's not bad. Like this one here, let me see what Virgo says. Virgo says, trust that all will be well. And the other new moon in Virgo, what did this one say? This one says a time to give rather than take. Okay, so some of these are different and some of them are just a little different. Same kind of themes though, because we're using the same zodiac. Know that you are loved, Libra. Awesome. These are beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. If I had to choose between the two of these, just simply based off of artwork, I would choose this one. The artwork in this one is more up my alley. It's more pastels with it, like I said before. I really think it's prettier. There's more. I just like how they added in more scenery. The other ones don't have any scenery, and that big white piece that goes across, say we didn't even need it. It looks awesome without it. So yeah, I'm feeling that. And again, we're going to take a look at the guidebook. Let's see Aquarius. All right, let's look at Aquarius. We're going to look at the guidebook just to see what we think of how it performs. New moon in Aquarius. Our next full moon is going to be in, I can't recall what the full moon is going to be in, Scorpio. So we're going to look up that one too. But right now we're going to look at the new moon in Aquarius. I'll pull right to it. See, that's me. Open up to change. Big changes are forecast, but you need to let events unfold with as little steering as possible from you. Sometimes you just need to take a bit of space from a person or a situation. If you know you've been too emotional about someone or something, this card offers you the chance to cool things down. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for. Allow for things to develop. Try to think of your situation from a different angle. Then it says manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to friends, networks, a wish coming true, science, tech, or online dating. Manifesting mindset. Be yourself. Independence doesn't have to mean loneliness. A group of people rather than one person may be the ones to help you. Manifesting tips for detachment. Call in Archangel Uriel, the most cerebral angel. Oh, is she? Okay. Call in energy from the planet Uranus. That's the planet that governs Aquarius, Uranus, and Saturn, which guides the sign of Aquarius and is all about independence and revolution. Light a candle, preferably silver, and ask Uriel for his help with viewing life compassionately, but also dispassionately, so that you can stay cool under any pressure. Your manifestation affirmation. There is only one me. It's safe to be me, and I love me. Okay, I like that. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aquarius on a Saturday, Saturn's day, or during Saturn's hour. Remember I said Uranus and Saturn both rule Aquarius. I don't know why they didn't mention it up here, but they mentioned Saturn down here. The new moon in Aquarius takes place when the sun and the moon are on the same degree in Aquarius. It knows that humanity is worth saving. So it is different because it's telling you how to manifest. They have some angels in here. So if you wanted to have both of these decks, it would not be overkill, because the information in the other one is mostly about the moon, and this goes into what you're doing with the moon. So you can theoretically have both of these and utilize them both. As a matter of fact, you could use them together. I wouldn't recommend making it, because I thought about for a second making it into one big deck, and that could be helpful, but it's going to be so thick because of the size of the cards and the amount of cards. It's going to be so thick to shuffle. So I'm going to leave them separately and just pull from each one. I love it. I love it. The other one I liked. This one I love. Definitely. And let me see something. These are going into the first quarters too. Yeah, you definitely can use these together, because the other one didn't go into the quarters. It had new moon, and it had full moon, and it had some special moons. This one just gave us all the new moons, and now it's going into the first quarter. And I am still looking at this artwork with my mouth open because I love it. So now it's telling us which quarter. So we got the new moon for this. Now we have the first quarter. I wonder if it's going to do all the quarters. I guess we're getting ready to find out. Yeah, I definitely love this. I love it. I love the ideas. And I said that before. I was like, I understand that the sky is the focal point, and the other deck had all sky. And I'm like, but they could have added something at the bottom. And apparently they thought the same thing, because now we have much added at the bottom, and it gives us a much more pretty and cohesive picture. It would have been nice to see some people of different body types and ages. You really can't tell their ages, but they look fairly young, and they all look around the same size. If you're going to use people in a deck, it's always good to use different kinds of people, different cultures, different ages, different heights, different weights. You know, it's always good to be as diverse as possible in that area, especially if you want different types of people to purchase your deck. So that would be my only real criticism about this deck, is that it needs more of that. I don't see any of that actually. So that's my only real criticism. So everything else is awesome. The colors are very vivid. They pop right off the paper. I think that I like the matte finish on these, because these types of cards, I have others and they are really good. Like around the edges, I don't have any problems with fraying or, you know, it getting messed up. I think these will last a long time. Here are our full moons. So we got the new moon, we got the first quarter, and now we're going into the full moon. Okay. That's Gemini, the twins. Cancer. And see, again, with these, you can use these. Ooh, excuse me, dealing with that shake. You can use these with the guidebook, which is what I'm going to do. But you also can use them without, because you can just go with what the keyword, you know, the little key phrase down here. You could just go with that if you wanted to, and just read these without the book, or read them intuitively. Y'all know I'm always going to use the book, because the book, I'm Aquarius, and I'm always trying to learn. And these books have a lot of knowledge in them. So once I get all the knowledge from them, I won't need to use it anymore. But initially, I will definitely be using this. I know some of the knowledge from this, but I'm going to use it anyway. You can never learn too much. So this is the full moon. Let's go to the full moon in Scorpio. Our next moon, which is going to be May 5th, 2023, is going to be a full moon in Scorpio. It says breathe through the tension. There's a strong sexual energy around you now. The good news is that that sexual energy is very creative. After all, it leads to an act that creates humans. A tense situation could be about to boil over, so go carefully. Time spent outdoors will help you to calm your emotions, as well as increasing your general well-being. You need to find a balance between your emotions and your sensual side. Don't deny this part of yourself. Use the energy to create what you want. Manifesting balance. Balance your ability to caress with your need to be caressed. Well, I am celibate, so the sexual part is not going to help me, but the energy, the strong, intense tension, I may come across that, especially with a full moon. Manifesting mindset. When we're emotionally overheated, we end up focusing on what we don't want rather than on what we do want. Bear this in mind now and breathe. Yeah, we're in Mercury retrograde until May 14th, so a lot of people have been experiencing tension and overheated emotions. So this will definitely help anybody that's going through that. A manifesting ritual for seduction. Oh yes, let's go. Add myrrh essential oil to your diffuser. Rest in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Call in Kali, the goddess of Shakti, divine feminine energy, and of facing down your fears. Make sure you're fully in touch with your sensual side. Unspent sexual energy creates blockages, so use your imagination. Ooh, I'm celibate. I wonder if I got blockages. I gotta read up on that and see. Oh no. Your manifestation affirmation. Sexual energy fires me up in a good way and helps me express my creativity too. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Scorpio, on a Tuesday, Mars Day, or during Mars hour. Let me see. It's going to be on a Friday this time when the moon goes into Scorpio. The full moon in Scorpio takes place when the sun is in Taurus and the moon is in Scorpio. Yeah, that's true. Because the sun is in Taurus right now, if I'm not mistaken. Am I mistaken? Let me see. Yeah, it's in Taurus. Should be going into Gemini soon. Okay. Now it says that since it's not going to be on a Tuesday, we can use Mars hour. And it says go to page 16 to figure out when is Mars hour. The days and hours are written in here. So let me see. It tells you here how to calculate when it goes into Mars hour. So you can come here to page 16 and 17 if you get this deck, and you can use Mars hour if you want to. It'll tell you how to calculate it. All right, so I'm with that. Let's go on to the next one. That's awesome. Pretty card too. Yeah, changing the artwork on these is awesome. And like I said, it is different. If you have both of these decks, the full moon is very similar, but they give more information. The new moon is similar, but they give more information. So it just really gives us more. Here's our full moon in Aquarius. Be real. Yes. The Aquarius is always saying, keep it real. These are the prettiest fish. Look at those fish. That's beautiful. I love that. So we have here now the last quarter. So we had the first quarter, we have the last quarter, new moon. So we got everything going on here. Okay. Last quarter comes after the full moon. Working through feelings. And this is great because think about it. If you take this particular deck, and let's say you look up on Google and it says, hey, today's the last quarter of the moon. Then you can take it and be like, okay, well, which zodiac sign is it in? Once you find out the zodiac sign it's in, you can figure out which one of these cards goes along with that day. And then you can use that card for that particular day. And the phases last a couple days, so it won't. A lot of them aren't just one day; it's a couple days. So you'll be able to utilize this at any time during the last quarter moon, while it's in Gemini. Beautiful. Now she has a fuller figure. Not a lot, but a lot fuller than some of the others. And that's what I mean. I want to see more of that diversity with people. I like the fact that we get some cultural diversity going on. Now we need some ages and some chromes. I love to see me a good chrome. And some diverse body types, and it will be perfect. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because the cards are awesome. I really do appreciate the change in artwork. I do like this deck better than the other one. I think I've already stated that 3 times. But I also see quite the value in having both of them. So I'm going to keep them both. I'm not going to, you know, sell the other one, even though the other one doesn't have the pretty, you know, the pretty artwork that I like here. But I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep both of them. And I think it'd be cool to use them together. That's nice. Yeah, I'm going to use them together. And if you're somebody who's sitting there thinking, Queen, I only want one of these, I recommend this one. I recommend this one. If you only want one, I recommend the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. If you truly only have the room or the bandwidth for one or the other. Okay? Alright guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about these. I'm holding them in my hand now to see if they're going to be good to shuffle, and they feel awesome. So I'm going to say please come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.